Sorry, I didn't realize the time. I was washing out some water and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's 7:02 already. How are you all? Today is I want to say it's day 4 of the 100-day project, but I think I'm one day ahead, so I'm going to go through my book, but it's okay. We are showing up and we are here. So let me just pull up who is here this morning. I didn't drink all my coffee yet. Good morning, C. C, did you get my email? Thank you for signing up. I sent you an email with the link. I also added you to the group chat. All right, let's have a look. I'm gonna do Viviana today. She was the candle maker in Oaxaca. She was absolutely amazing, and this was her making her candles. I do have a couple of others that I may do, so we'll see. Good morning, Meryl. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, and 4, so I'm now moving on to number 5. Now I think I may do this one. I like the upright of it, and I also like the really bright candles. These are for very large candles that they make, and then they put flowers around them. And C says, yes, I did, thank you. No, thank you. All right, so I'm going to go right in with paint, and those strips, I don't know if I'm going to use, or maybe I'll use masking fluid. I haven't used masking fluid much with gouache, but I could try. It's also a really, maybe tape would be better actually. I could do tape and I'll see if that works, because it needs to be really bright. But first I'm going to put some bright color down. So I think I'm going to use this just to get the color down of the strips, and then I'll put tape over that, because I think I have to work a little bit backwards today. All right, because that's nice and bright. And I definitely need these this morning just to clip on. I do have another one somewhere. I'm not sure where that one's disappeared to, but one is better than none. What are you guys working on? I have to remember to mark off also. Hang on, so I think it's day 4, isn't it? I'm going to mark it off because I showed up today. I think this is my showing up piece of paper. All right, so I did have some very, very thin tape. This isn't super thin, but I think I can cut it. So I'm going to try that. And I'm not sure if I cut it with an X-Acto knife on here or with scissors. Maybe with scissors. Like even the candles, they're not exactly straight. They need to be around that length. C says, looking for something simple. I'm a bit simple-minded this morning. That's okay, C. And the portrait class also today is very simple because you're only going to need a ballpoint pen. So don't, you don't have to pull out everything. We're going to talk about hatching and values. All right. Sorry, if you're just joining, welcome. I'm working on 100 Days of Mexico, but, oh, we do have a Patreon meet today where we are going to discuss a Patreon meet, and if you are a Substack subscriber, where we're going to discuss our month ahead, the month of March. And please bring some people with you, names of people or things or countries, could be a country, that has made a difference, because March made a difference. March make a difference. People who are making a difference, people who made a difference. It would be nice to celebrate people who are alive, only because then we will be, like, when we post, you can either tag those people. Do you know what I mean? All right. Good morning, Maria. She says, hatching scares me, so this will be a good thing. Good morning, Leslie. Hatching scares you? Hatching should not scare you. Hatching is a way of you recognizing the form of something and understanding the form of something. Bonjour, Hippo. I'm drawing Viviana today. Viviana. If you did not or do not follow Maria on Substack, definitely go and follow her on Substack. She wrote a beautiful piece, and I did share it in stories, but I know that some people miss stories. She wrote a beautiful post on her trip with us to Oaxaca, and she shares great links. There's an article of this lady, Viviana. I always want to say Viviana because they say Viviana, but it's Viviana. And she's actually, she had an article in Vogue, this lovely lady. How old was she? Was she 87 or was she 90? No, she was 87. She was in Vogue, and she's been making candles since she was 10 years old with her grandma, and then she started. It was a lovely story. I think it did help if you understood a little bit of Spanish, but we tried to translate, but it was very touching. And she spoke very clearly and very slowly as well, so that really helped. Okay, this is not easy to cut, everybody. I'm trying to cut candles with my tape. Oh, you know what? I could do this. This is going to be easier if I stick this here. Oh gosh, why didn't I think of that? Because it doesn't stick. Okay, let's have a look. I'm trying to cut strips. Anybody has a better idea? I did have, okay, so my daughters bought this tape. It was for nails. It was to do details on nails, and I can't find it, but that would have been perfect because it was like really thin and small. I'm sure I put it somewhere. If I try to find it now, I'll be gone for like half an hour. Buenos dias, Susan. How are you? Oh, was she 78? I thought she was 87. Maybe Maria remembers. Anyway, I know that some of you are on Substack, so if you didn't know, Maria, she has a Substack. It's called The Opinionologist, and she does a weekly check-in where she talks about 10 good things or 10 things that have happened. Oh, 78. Okay. Thank you. You guys have better memories than me. Good morning, Jennifer. You're welcome. I know that Hippo is on Substack. I know that C is on Substack. I know that... Who else is here that's on Substack? Let's try one more strip. No, I'm gonna have to do more strips. Okay, so I did think about doing... I wonder if I can put the whatchamacallit over that. Whatchamacallit. This is like texting and or writing an email and talking. I can't do that. This is very, like, you have to be very focused. And this is all for the candles. All for the candles of Viviana. Okay. Let's turn this around. Hippo says, oh, Leslie says, I wrote it down, but perhaps I didn't understand the age. No, I think you're probably right. I mean, she really did move around like a 78-year-old rather than an 87-year-old. Although my father-in-law, when he was alive, he did move around quite well. I don't know if he would have been able to sit down and get up like she did, though. Woo, she was amazing. Pretty incredible. She sat down on the floor. Okay, this is broken. Okay, let's see. And put it this way around. Can I do a short one? I could do a short one. Maybe not that short. I'll just attach this to here. There we go. And I need one or two more. Hippo says, I already follow, yes, I already follow Maria. And Hippo says, the Vogue article is from 2021 and says she was 74 at this time. So yes, she's just under 80 years old. Thank you. So I think she was turning 78 this year. I think that's what she was doing. She was, yeah, you're right. She was very, very proud of her age. And she was just great, a great woman. And she loved what she did because she welcomed people into her home to watch her make these candles. And she's teaching her daughter-in-law how to make them as well. Because she was, and her son knows how to make them too. Her son is also a weaver. I mean, they could have combined the two together, but I really did like the demo at the textile house. That was really nice, and the lunch was pretty awesome as well. That lunch was actually one of my favorite lunches. We have a couple of people here who were on our trip. Maria and Leslie. Leslie, did you get a rug as well, or was it just Maria and I think Lou? Did Lou get one? Okay, I'm gonna lose followers here if everybody's just sitting here watching me cut tape. What did Char do in her YouTube this morning? She cut tape. It's for a good cause though, everybody. It just better work. That's what I'm saying. It better work. It's for these candles, for Viviana's candles. Ooh. All right. How's everybody doing with their 100-day project? Are you all caught up? Are you keeping up? I mean, we're only on day 4, so you should be doing all right now. Okay, so I'm going to get this, put this one here, like so. And then I'm going to have a longer one in the foreground. This one, she's going to be, there's one that needs to be a little bit more at an angle. Here, this one. Going into the bucket. This one can go into the bucket, and this one can be longer in the foreground. I do have one more. I can make this one longer actually. Okay. This one's a little bit crazy and it's a little bit wide, narrow. My cutting skills are not very good. Hi Reb, good morning. Elena, hi, how are you? Nice of you to join. This looks fun. This looks like a little bit of Shar trying to figure something out. That's what it looks like, I think. All right, let's get some. I'm just gonna move these up. I have some colors. I have some, as you can see, I have some colors here. They don't look like much, but they do have some of the colors that I want. So there's no point in me wasting this if I can put them on here. And I'm going to use a square brush and just reactivate some of these colors. See, I have this color over here, which I can get it in. Oh, that bowl is yellow as well. Maybe I'll make sure I get that bowl in here. So I used a paint stick and I am now going to get these in. I kind of want this to be the framework up here, so I don't want to go any higher than that. I can go a little bit higher, I think. So this is gouache that I'm using, and the yellow is just a Crayola paint stick. Did anybody go to Sam Dion Baker's meet yesterday? I didn't make it. I really wanted to, but I was busy fixing a commission, so I couldn't get there. Is it masking tape? Yeah, it's masking tape, but I had to cut it. I know that my daughter somewhere has like nail, you can get like nail detailing tape, which really works very well for this, and I don't know where it's gone, so I just use masking tape. That's okay. Oh, and I almost dipped that in my tea. So we were just talking about this lovely lady. She was, she's a candle maker in Oaxaca, in this little town that we went to with our tour. And, oh, that doesn't make sense. Now I've got to move it over. Her hand is going to be up here. So this is the candle that she's working on. I have to make sure that it all makes sense. Let's just get her face in and her other hand. Yeah, so she's 78 years old, and she was this lovely lady who showed us how she goes about making these beautiful floral candles, which are commissioned to her by people who are getting married. They go in the churches, or they get held in the parades when they are walking into, is it walking into the church, and then they get moved to the reception as well? And is it Leslie and Maria were with me, so they probably got some details that I didn't get. But I think they have one each, one for the bride and one for the groom. And somebody carries them in, and they're huge. So these are the long, I don't know if I have a picture on here to show everybody, but I think Maria does in her Substack. Did you post the long candle, Maria, in your Substack? I do have a picture of it, so I will when I finish my post. It's taking a long time to finish my Oaxaca and San Miguel post. I did a short one on Instagram just to say thank you to everybody who came. But yeah, so Viviana has been doing this for 68 years. She has been making candles. And she started with her grandma. It was just really interesting to hear the story. And how she, as a woman whose husband worked, and she could have just stayed home. She could have stayed home, looked after her children, and been happy about that. But she didn't. She did stay home and do this job, but she wanted to contribute to her family and the earnings that came in. So she said she wanted to start making candles again, which she had been doing since she was 10 years old with her grandma. And her husband was like, you don't have to do that. And she was like, I have to do that. I have to make something. I have to help. So she helped, and she did. She did, and she continued to do so, and has been doing ever since she got married. So there was probably only a couple of years that she didn't make candles, maybe. And maybe she just made them for herself. I don't know. What did I virtually walk into? Is that masking tape? Oh, Reb. What kind of spray bottle do you have? My pumps stink. It's awful as well. Mine is just like a dollar store one, and it's horrible. But I do have, oh, do I have it down here? I don't think I have it down here. I have a little spray from Derwent, like it's a pocket one, and that one's really good. You need like a mister, not a mister as in like a mister, but a mister. If you're English, you know what I mean. A mister to mist your paints. I was thinking you could probably get one of those. I know that my daughters, they have misters for their faces. Like it sprays, it's like a continuous spray. It's not, it doesn't globule like all these bumps, but yeah, it's very an even spray. So you could get that. So as you can see, I'm doing a lot of negative space here, and my candles are not long enough, but that's okay. Reb, did you say what you were doing for your 100-day project the other day? I can't remember. I'm very bad with my memory. And how is it going? Okay, there's some blue there, and I know I have that blue, so, oh, maybe I could just mix up here, actually. I have, it's not quite white enough. Let's get some more white. Oh, no, you didn't post the long candles? Okay, I will post the long candles when I do my post then. They use them for their engagement. You're right. It wasn't for the wedding. They use them for their engagement. Whew, that would cost a lot. I wonder did we ask her how much they cost? I think they would cost quite a lot of money, these candles. Because the little ones were not cheap. We all bought candles when we were there. I don't have a picture on this, but I will probably do another morning session where I paint all the candles, because they were very cool as well. So I'm just getting her skirt in. Today is Wednesday, so if you are a member of Patreon or if you're a Substack paid subscriber, you will have got a notification that we are going to be talking about next month's mornings, and we're working on March Make a Difference. We've been doing this for a few years, and we'd love if you brought to the table some names that we can explore and use for our mornings. So people who have made a difference in our world, in our lives. Yeah. That is at 3:30 p.m. If you are doing my class goes to 3 o'clock, and then I'll need to run and take Piper out and then come back. So that's why I left half an hour at least, so you can get up, stretch your legs if you're part of both of them. And it will literally just be an hour of sorting out a list. So bring your list with you. It can be anyone. It can be an artist. It can be a leader. It can be a musician. It can be, yeah, it can be anyone really. I do like this rusty chair, although it looks like it has not been used for 70 years. Okay, darker blue for her. And I've got a green, so I'm going to use the green, and I'll come back into that, but I just need it to be a little bit of a darker value for her shirt, or her dress. Is a dress, because it comes all the way down here as well. Wraps around her arm that's lifted up. Can't really see her face in this. I'm going to do another one as well. Viviana, she's going to get at least 2, maybe 3 pages because she deserves them. Okay, again, I'm going to use what I have here on this palette for now, and then I can come back in. I may do, this may be a mixed media piece. Just want to get the values on here. Oh, and I was asked to do a class with Esty McLeod, and I just want to let you know that there will be 13 other artists doing this class. It's called Colory Flory. I would super appreciate if you are thinking about purchasing the class that you purchase it through me, because it's we get an affiliate link, and if you don't purchase through me, then I don't benefit. I will be doing a class with them. I will be recording it soon. I can't remember when the release date is, so like when we can start selling the class. But if you do want to do the class and you feel like you want to support me, then please purchase it through me and not through one of the others. Just saying. I know you may have a better connection with the others, but if you are here in the morning and you want to do the class, I am doing it as well. So just letting you know that that will be coming up. The class isn't until May, but I do I'm sure we can be selling it sooner than May, so just, you know. And I know that some of those people have a lot more followers than I do, so it's going to be, you know, they'll probably capture people a lot easier. Capture, that sounds awful, doesn't it? Their followers will probably sign up with them, but you may see them advertise it as well. But if you're here, I would love if you sign up through me. Okay. All right, I'm going to, there are areas that I want to lighten. I don't really have, I could make a dark gray, but I need more. Oh, I can make it with this. Let's see. I don't know how dark I can make it with what I've got on this palette. I have some dark up here. Okay, I'm going to use this for her hair. I need to lighten up her arms, and then I need to put some lighter colors in on, I need some more contrast, so I need more light over here, some light on her body, on her skirt. Jenna says, I use a small travel bottle for makeup. It sprays very even. Oh, do you remember the brand? And Reb says, 100 objects. Oh yes, 100 objects from her cabinet of curiosities. Going well so far. Fantastic. Hang on. And did you say you'd posted it? Because if you are not following Reb, go and follow her on Instagram, Made by Reb. Reb, do you have a Substack as well? C says, caught up at the moment. I love Esty's work. Yeah, Esty McLeod. Me too. Leslie says, just remind us, Shar, so we can help you. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I will remind you when. Just, I thought I would mention it because I know that it'll creep up on us, and you know, I'll forget, and then you'll see it somewhere else, and then you'll all sign up, and you'll be like, oh, I just signed up to this class, and I'll be like, ah, that's the class, that's the class. So I just have to make sure that I'm on it as well. All right. This, I need some yellow. It's incredible when you put a color in. Like, I thought I had a lot of white in this color, and I definitely didn't, because look how dark that is. So this is acrylic going over the top of this, and I think I have to then be very aware of how long I leave this and start maybe peeling it, so that the tape doesn't get overly stuck and I can't peel it back. Okay, maybe just a little bit of this color in here. It's fun to just be quite painterly with this as well, and not overthink. I don't think this is a great composition, but I am going to have other things over here that may balance it out, so I'll have to look at that. Maybe I'll move the bucket a little bit over here as well. That may help. Everything in the center is not like ideal, but like I said, I'll have other things in here as well. And down here, a little bit darker. And then on her body, I have a blue here that I can mix in. It's gone a bit purple. Definitely need to work on her arms and the color of her arms, and then the folds in her skirt as well. I can probably just pop those in. Aljana says it's a cheap from travel kit, maybe 7 bottles and cans. Oh, about $2. Oh, cool. And Reb says, I do not have a Substack and I haven't posted anything yet, but will soon. Okay. All right. I always think that I'm missing something. So, you know, as soon as you do post, let us know so we can come and have a look. Or if you're not posting, that's absolutely fine as well. I'm sure they are turning out really nice. All right. I feel like I want to go in there. There's a few things that I want to lighten up, and then I want to go in with my 14B and just get some tables and things like that in. Let's just lighten up certain areas of her shirt. I can blend a little bit, and I need to get her skin tone in on her arms. Much better color. Let's see. I know that I have some color on this one as well. I've been painting my visual arts passage, well, doing my course, and so I have acrylics, which I told you about yesterday, so sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I have palettes which I'm using for that as well. So it's nice to have paints already. Okay, a little bit deeper here. And then her face. And her feet. Her feet are definitely in shadow, so I have to watch that I don't put them too bright. So I'm going to take some purple and mix it in with my skin tone. And then the ground color can be a little bit darker, I think, down here. $15. I don't know if I'm going to finish it in 15 minutes, but I can try. They were only supposed to be really short entries. Okay, let's get that in there like that. I'm going to take I'm not going to take those away yet, the tape, but I will be taking it away soon. So you got to wait till the end. If I do take the tape away, you can see. Okay. I have a brand new 14B. And I I'm going to get some, this is dry here, so I can work over here a little bit. My paint isn't quite dry. This is the part I like though, is the distinguishing the putting in the details. Is that going to come in front? Yeah, that's going to come in front. You really can't see too much of Viviana. That's still wet up there. Can't do too much up there. Let's put some more details on her skirt. And I want to put some darker edges on this bucket and get that on. This is like a little trellis for, I think, when she's burning things. I wonder if all this is just like ash that from the fires, that she just put a fire, like they make a fire and then they put a fire underneath where she's working. Okay, this is it's almost dry. I can see that the yellow is lifting a little bit, so I could have maybe just put the yellow and then scraped away the paint. That would have been a possibility. Okay, then we have these big circular things up here. That could probably be done with charcoal. I think that would work with charcoal. Okay, I'm gonna take away, just 1 second. Oh, Susan says that just curious, what's the story behind the name Blue Shine Art? So my favorite color is blue. It's very simple actually. My favorite color is blue, and I used to be nicknamed Sunshine from in my 20s, and so when I came over, I was looking for a company name, because back then in the 2000s, like when I first came over, you didn't just use your name for your company, which I should have just used it, and well, now I do. But Blue Shine Art came about for that reason, because I was looking to name my company and or my business, and so I named it Blue Shine Art, and that's really where it came from. Super simple. Were they all of them? Did I not do any more? I don't think I did any more. So these, I think that's it. These are the candles that Viviana is she's working on, and this is her with her, this is like a container with the wax in. So and this is in here, down here is the wax in this bucket, and she is just lifting this. It's like a bowl full of wax. I think this one doesn't look like it's going in there. I need one that's going in there, so I'm going to cover this like this, because if not, it didn't make sense. This one is a little bit off. I wonder if I could just put that in like that. I'm going to make this bucket much bigger. So she's pouring it on the top of the candle, and the candles are all hanging from here, so that doesn't make sense that this is wider. And she pours it on the top, and it drips all the way down into the bucket, and it just builds up and builds up and builds up of candle wax, and that's how these candles are made. And this was the main candle that holds all the floral candles. And if you have read Maria's post on Substack, you'll have seen you posted the floral candles, right? Or did you just post Viviana? Yeah, so I need to make a post as well about like a longer, lengthier. I've started post about my travels, but if you go to Maria's, you'll see a lot of links and stuff, and you can, if you click on the link of the article, you'll read about Viviana, and also and you'll see her candles as well. C says, I'm posting a large garden frog from Stephen and Tabitha's King's Garden on my walk. Is that Stephen King, maybe? A large frog from your walk past Stephen King's house? I think sometimes, and I do the same, if I talk text, it gets lost in translation. So I don't mind this overlap here. especially, that's okay. I don't mind that. I do want a little bit of a lighter. Let's see, do I have anything that will go over the edge? I know that I don't know if this is going to be good for that. Let's have a look. I should have white. I don't know if this will go over it either. Nope. I think white paint will be best. It doesn't even have to be white. It can be very light. Okay. Susan says, I missed the info on the Vogue article. When was it published? 2021. But yeah, go into Maria's Substack and you'll see that. Maria's Substack is called The Opinionologist. Just going to lighten this side of the bucket on the inside. And darken up here. I don't know if this reads how it should read, but it's definitely a memory that is very dear and sweet. So I'm going to just write Casa Viviana. Is it 2 N's in Viviana? I think so. I'm going to put 2. And then OAX for Oaxaca. And I know this is my 5th of 100 because I did an extra one. C says, yes, Stephen King's house. My keyboard dexterity is so bad. Oh, well, we'll just blame it on your keyboard. Maybe it just needs a clean or something. I'm sure it's not you, it's just your keyboard. All right, everybody. Well, I did finish. I like it. I don't love it, but that's okay. It's it reminds me of our trip over there and the time. I'm watching her do this because I do want to do one of her building the flowers as well. But this was pretty spectacular how she was building up these. And these, they probably are as thick as my cup, like eventually, or maybe wider, maybe like this, like they become like this, but these were just very narrow to start off with. How many, was it 2 weeks? It takes them 2 weeks to build one candle. I think that's what it was. Anyway, yeah, extremely different inserts, but because this is like snippets of what I remember, so I think I'll probably end up writing on the back as well. I think I'm going to take some time today and write on the back just something little so that it reminds me, because I didn't do journal entries, but this will definitely help me, I think. All right, everybody. I will be back tomorrow morning. It is Thursday tomorrow, and if you are taking my class, I will see you at 12:50. Hippo, I don't know if I have to double check again. I think I'm okay because it's the same link, so hopefully that will work for you. And bring your biros. I have a whole bunch of biros here, which I am bringing. So a biro is, oh look, Leslie, I've got your beautiful one that you gave me. A biro is just a ballpoint pen. This one doesn't always work though, Leslie. So I don't know if I can use that one, but it's beautiful. So I'm going to see if I can find replacements. This is just a Bic, which is great. This one is a cheap Dance pen. Other biros, I've got this one, which is supposed to write constantly, but you could have red, you could have blue, you have green, you could have like, so if you have other colors, you can bring other colors as well. I just have blue and black here, so that's what I'm bringing. And then bring different papers. I have Bristol board, I have print paper, and I have sketchbook paper, so I'll see which one works best. It's okay. I'm sure I think I can replace the, I won't do it now, but I think I can replace the inside. It just, yeah, every now and then it stops, so. Masking paint saved your candles. Yes, absolutely. And they're as bright as the picture, I think. I think if I can get some much thinner tape, that would have been better. But it's okay. Like it reminds me of how they were just hanging. And yeah. Okay, have a great morning, everybody. I will see you later. Bye.